Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the third episode of the Forgotten Podcast. I'm your host, Catman Joe, and today I'm joined by the one, the only, the infamous Curious Hippo123. Say hello, Joseph.
I come in peace.
Welcome back, of course, and welcome, of course, to the man, the myth, the legend himself, Septic Spood. You can say hello, Brad.
What's up, guys? How we doing?
Alright, well, welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the third episode of the Forgotten Podcast, guys. Today, of course, you've already the title. We're going to be speaking about Logan Paul versus KSI, or KSI versus Logan Paul, whichever way you want to put it. Now, for those of you guys that have been living underneath a rock and don't actually know, of course, the Logan Paul versus KSI fight obviously aired or happened yesterday, of course, the 9th of November. Obviously, it was a huge undercard, is it an undercard? It is, I'm pretty sure, like all the boxers. There was a huge undercard of all the other boxers beforehand, but the fight did happen, and of course the winner was KSI, for those of you guys who don't know. But today we're going to be speaking about it, giving our opinion on who we actually thought won, who deserved to win, who honestly put up the best fight, and who also of course cheated. So yeah, welcome back, guys. Also, I want to mention this real quick before we all start speaking about this. So obviously, of course, guys, this is episode 3. We were going to make a bit of a significantly longer episode, obviously, folks, but because of this just happening, we do want to jump on this ASAP, which is why, you know, the episode's going to be a little bit shorter than usual, guys, but I'm sure episode 4 will make up for it in length. All right, but yeah, so
it's 3 hours long.
Yeah, just 3 hours of just uncut podcast recordings.
May I just add as well, the intro to this podcast was too smooth.
It's always smooth.
Way too easy.
Yeah, it was
like
yeah.
one go, guys. That was like one go.
One take, and there was nothing between. So I guess where should we begin, guys? I think we should begin with last night. So for those of you who don't know, obviously, for the past couple months, the whole Logan Paul versus KSI fight, whether you are wanting to be involved with it, whether you're a KSI fan or a Logan Paul fan, whether you're in the middle, whether you're completely unrelated to the entire subject, which is pretty much all of us here, because Brad is a bit more of a Logan Paul fan. In fact, he is. Brad, would it be alright to say you're a Logan Paul fan? That's it.
I started off as a Logan Paul fan. I'm still a fan of him. I'm fans of both, actually, ever since this boxing thing happened. But I'm still more leaning towards my guy, Logan Paul. So I was rooting for him during the fight. So
that's fair enough. I mean,
I find that quite interesting.
Go ahead.
I know KSI's not perfect, but Logan Paul's.
Joseph, there's something. By the way, Joseph,
right
there's a little bit of static noise coming from your mic. Just, I don't know if it's just me who's hearing that. Just, you know, just for the podcast episode. If anybody's curious, it isn't me or Brad. I think it is Joseph just saying.
Anyone's curious, it's curious.
Yeah, it's curious if you're curious. So yeah, anyway. And for me, obviously, folks, for anybody who's watching who is curious, I'm obviously, of course, and I mean, obviously, I'm not talking about curious here. You guys know what I mean, all right? It's just difficult when someone's name is the word curious. But for me, obviously, you know, with Brad being a Logan Paul a Logan Paul fan, sorry, I'm a KSI fan. For anybody who doesn't know, I was voting for KSI. I was rooting for him. I mentioned that in my live stream last night as well. And obviously, of course, Joseph, I would say personally, I think you would agree you're a bit more of a middleman. Like, you're not really on either side, but
I'm happy that KSI won. I do prefer him to Logan Paul. And I really do dislike Logan Paul, but it's, you know, I can see why people do like him, but you know,
yeah,
I can't forgive him for the forest.
No. I feel you. I remember that. That was a whole nother level, obviously. But yeah, so for anybody who doesn't know, obviously, of course, that fight took place last night, and as a KSI was a winner, but it wasn't the win that we all were expecting, obviously. If you guys don't know, obviously, everybody's been rattling their mouth about this. You know, the first KSI versus Logan Paul fight after the whole Joe Eller versus KSI fight ended in a draw, which, can we just say right here, right now, can we begin with that? Who thinks that was staged? Because this is a question. It's like, you know, the Roswell incident. Do you think aliens were really picked up? It's the same idea. Who thinks that was staged? I mean, do you guys know about it? Obviously,
it's
of course.
Very possible.
I feel that it wasn't staged by, you know, KSI and Logan. They didn't plan it. They were expecting one person to win. But I feel it was more of the judges and the people behind the scenes that were like, yo, this is going to get more views.
This could earn a lot more money. This could do a lot better.
Let's just fuck with him and give him a draw and then get another fight. So more people are like ready to go and willing to come back to the next one.
See, I think I have to agree with you there, because I think whenever anybody asks me this question, do you think that the fight was rigged, like for a draw? I personally don't think it was rigged. I personally don't. But I do believe, and I'll stick to this, that there was some sort of, you know, misleading going on there. There was something happening, because I think with the KSI versus Logan Paul fight, the first one that is, Honestly, personally, I felt like it was more, and I hate to say it because I know everyone's going to have their own opinion on it, with no disrespect to whoever you think, anybody watching right now, if you think KSI won the first fight, or the second one, or Logan Paul won the first and the second, or whatever, let me know down below, please. But I mean, let us all know. But obviously, I'm going to say I think KSI won the first fight. I think that was quite a clear win for JJ. I think it was because Logan had never done it before. Logan was more of a wrestler. His stamina wasn't up to shit, to be honest. But he still held a good game. I'm not going to take that away from the guy, right? But I mean, I feel like Logan lost the first game, or the first match, personally. But it was a draw, so I mean, I was happy with that, as long as nobody, as long as KSI hadn't lost, that was all that mattered to me. But I was still, there. Go ahead.
Let's say it was a draw, and it came out as a draw, and obviously people who prefer one of the other people would obviously just say their person won. But I had a massive plan, but I don't know where I went with it. It's gone now, and I'm upset.
Totally lost it.
It's like the speaker last night during the fight was saying. It's no one single winner. Boxing's the winner.
Well, yeah. At the end of the day, it's boxing wins. But yeah, go ahead, Joseph.
My thing back. Press conference. How I performed at the press conference, I think would be what tilts it over. What the fuck was Logan doing? I didn't watch the fight.
That shit was fucked. Yeah. I think Logan done that. I'm pretty sure I got told from friends of mine who do support Logan, like Brad and whatnot, that obviously I'm guessing you're referring to the one where he was dressed in like the turtleneck, was it? And he had like the black cap on and the mustache.
He was trying to take the piss out of British people. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, that one. That was a meme.
That outfit he was resembling boxers from the past. If you look in,
was that what he was doing?
Old photos, yeah. If you look at old photos of boxers back then, when gloves weren't important, when boxing first started, that's pretty much what boxers wore. They had that handlebar mustache. They had the tight turtleneck. They had the the whatever that's called, the fedora or whatever.
Oh yeah, the fedora. Yeah, that's right. The fedora. Yeah.
Yeah, that
makes
ideal
sense.
Boxing. That's the ideal boxer outfit.
Well, I said we led up with all this obviously post-match stuff, because I said after the draw, everybody. I think the whole internet wasn't happy with it. Everybody wanted a clear winner, but nonetheless, it came for round 2. Now I'm not gonna lie, going up to the second game, the second match, I was personally quite. I'm not gonna lie, folks, I wasn't that interested. I wasn't that a part of it every single episode. I mean, I personally, I'm not gonna lie as well. I mean, I love KSI. I'm all team KSI here because I dislike Logan, but I do like Logan when it comes to personality a little bit more. Like, Logan has changed a lot since the Forest. He has done a lot, since then, but it doesn't take back what he's made mistakes of in the past and whatnot. But what I mean is, like, JJ's, and I think it's something that I do have to take away from KSI, and it's something that really fucking pisses me off, because I hate to say it, but KSI's ego grew fucking huge after the Joe Weller fight, even after the Logan Paul fight.
In all the Sidemen videos, he's always, it's money.
But I mean, it was honestly, see, when he bet Joe Weller, it was actually quite a shame, because Joe and him went on equal grounds. They ended it there, the beef, and it was done. And I mean, respect to them for that. I mean, I respect somebody when they can have a fight fairly, they don't bitch out, they, even if they get defeated, shake hands at the end of the day, and that's it, because that's tradition. That's how it should be. There's no need for any other violence. You finish shit like men. If it doesn't, you finish it like adults. I mean, there's talking stuff out, of course, that's more obviously intelligent and more, I guess, grown up. But what I mean is, like, you deal with it like men with your hands. After it's done, you end it there, you don't carry on, and that's what happened. But JJ took this ego with him, and it was something that really fucking plagued the fans a little bit. And I think if you're a KSI fan, you'll know what I mean. I am KSI, I'm team KSI, but I mean, really, this was something that pissed me off. It was KSI's fucking ego. It was that, oh, look, I won, I'm the world champion at YouTube boxing. Like, dude, calm the fuck down. You versed two different people, and to be honest, it's something that pissed me off, because one of them, Joe Weller, Joe was a tank. I'm sorry, Joe was built, he was prepared, but I think Joe's just anxiety kind of got the best of him, honestly. Even Joe said it himself. But nonetheless, KSI won that one, and that was understandable. But then it was against Logan Paul, and even at that, it was a fucking draw. I mean, Logan put up a good fight, but I think KSI's anger did win it for him. But nonetheless, it was still one of those things that you don't have to gloat about so much. Like, you won a boxing match against a YouTuber, not a professional boxer, a YouTuber. Why do you have to act like this is a fucking win of the century? Like, you're the best man in the world. Like, yeah, it's not the case. It's like, egos. Go ahead.
I'm kind of waiting for KSI to go out into the actual professional boxing world and fight a professional boxer
and get fucked up. I hate to say it, but I feel like that's true.
Whooped, and I feel like that's true. Get all, like,
see, go ahead. Sorry. What?
The actual
Sorry, we'll try to speak. Go ahead.
One thing I did see, right? I didn't see the fight. I saw the press conference through multiple channels, and I also saw there was a video I saw of the aftermath of it, and I think like they were quite respectful, weren't they? I swear I saw. It was
strange. No. It was strange because at the end of the match, it was kind of like really awkward because if you don't know, if anybody didn't watch the fight, I said it was very intense, entire fight. KSI, honestly, I said this on Twitter, and I mean, Brad, you were awake at this time because if you don't know, in the UK, the fight only started at 5 a.m. Like, it started really fucking late. It was so dumb, man. Like, I was streaming till like 4, and then I ended my streams, I went to my bed, and I was watching my bed because I was wanting to see this fight. But it was so fucking, like, it was so dumb because both of them done something that I really didn't expect. And you wanna know what that was? Be shit. That was what it was. They were both shit.
Yeah.
They both could have been better, and I think Logan fans and KSI fans can fucking agree. Each of them had issues, and I'm not saying it's like I'm some big professional boxer. Like, I'm not, right? I'm not trying to be like that. But even professionals said this. KSI went in there with pure anger and rage, which is fine, but you're not coordinated. KSI went in there running, flinging jabs. Like, flinging fucking punches is fine and all, but when they're coordinated, that's great. But see, when they're not, you look like a fucking idiot. And he literally was swinging his arms every other couple times, and it was so uncoordinated. That's how he ended up laying more punches, but less impact on those punches. And at the end of the day, they kept missing. And then the thing is, right, he done that. But then Logan, what did he do? Logan done the exact fucking opposite. He didn't fling any punches. Logan sat and pissed around and walked around and kind of dragged JJ around, trying to keep up the stamina and trying to keep himself going. Like, dude, fling a fucking punch. You're 6 foot odds.
They try so hard to incorporate their personalities and channel into their fight.
Oh,
which
yeah.
is not what people are there to see.
No.
Like you said, you're not a professional, like, in boxing. I'm not professional. I've played my fair share of
my dad is.
Yeah. Fucking clue. But especially how, like, I watched a lot of KSI in my time, but he always talks about his training. He always talks about his boxing.
There's so much talk. Yeah, it's so much talk. I think Logan fans, I remember one of my good friends, Colin, who hit me up last night as well, because, I mean, Brad, you were talking to Colin beforehand as well. But Colin hit me up, and he was so fucking pissed. And Colin's you know, he is a die-hard Logan fan, honestly. And I hate to say it, because I fucking hate him for it, but I hate you for it, Brad, as well. But nonetheless, like, he's a die-hard Logan fan, but he hit me up after, and he's like, that's just fucking bullshit, man. Like, because Logan came out here with all this publicity. Oh, I'm gonna knock him out on the first round, a fucking first round knockout. Second, I'm gonna fuck him up. He done nothing. He pissed around.
He came at the camera saying, I might kill this man.
Yeah, I might kill. What are you gonna kill? What are you trying to kill, Logan? The fucking air? Like, honestly, I swear to God, Shannon Briggs and is it Vitali or whatever the fuck his name is? Shannon Briggs and Vitali or whatever the fuck his name is, Vitali I think it is. They done more fucking fighting and they're mouth to mouth than what I genuinely seen last night, which was an embarrassment.
I swear he was taken before that.
Oh, I don't even know. I don't even care. Honestly, it was fucked.
I just expected it from him, scumbag.
Yeah.
I think just like Joe Weller, I think the nerves got to
Logan. Yeah, you could see it.
It's his second fight, and it was his biggest fight.
Yeah.
It was something he needed to redeem, and he had more on the line for this. But at the same time, I was watching the post interview, and from what he said, he just doesn't, like, it didn't hit him. He just didn't feel like it wasn't as big of a loss that, like, changed his life, like the forest. It was more of, you know, he thought it was going to be a bigger loss. He thought he was going to feel it even more, but he didn't.
But Logan felt it. I'm sorry, that's kind of shit. Like, Logan felt at the end of the match, he looks so fucked. I mean, you would obviously, like, you trained months for this big event, you know, maybe over a year in fact, because of the first fight won. But you trained for this big event day in and day fucking out. It comes to the event, you speak so much shit, you're gonna fuck him up, you're gonna take his head off, you're gonna kill him, you might kill him, you're gonna, you know, first round knockout, everything under the sun. You know, I mean, you're the heavier champion, you're bigger. You know, I mean, well, you're not champion, but you're the heavier guy. You're built like a fucking Norse god or whatever the fuck. You're toned, everything's there. All the groundwork is laid, and you've been mentioning that you're gonna fuck this guy up. Comes to it, you last 6 rounds, you do literally jack shit, bar hit him on the back of the head, which in my opinion was such a fucking cheap shot. But it's such a letdown to his fans, honestly. If I was a Logan fan, I'd be let down.
Jake, isn't it? That's the wrong one. Logan's bloody mentality is what fucks him up. Like, I'm not sure if you watched both press conferences. Fucking hell, English is not my forte. But the first the first interview, right, with the live, he was broken. He was fucking broken. He didn't communicate. JJ was ripping the shit out of him.
Oh yeah, but I mean, it kind of went tit for tat. I mean, he got into JJ said, I hate him, but he did at one point. I mean, it was like right before the fight. He did kind of fuck with JJ and go into his head. You could see. I mean, JJ trying to lash out at him and shit like that. He pushed him. I don't know if you guys know that bit, but he pushed him, and it was
Logan asked what 10 times 10.
Yeah, he fucked him off with that whole maths question. No, but in all fairness, JJ's gone A in maths, so I mean, it wasn't the whole maths question. It was just the fact he's trying to be cheeky. But I think it did catch him off guard. But the whole pushing shit, that was a meme on itself. But it was so fucked the entire lead up to the fight, because it all looked amazing. Everything was there. The groundwork was like, I mean, Shannon Briggs, who was obviously, of course, Logan Paul's, I believe, trainer, or Logan Paul's like mentor, and then you had Vidal. I don't know what his name is. I'm pretty sure it's Vidal or Vidali. Vidali, something like that. Yeah, him. Yeah, well, him and Shannon were going head to head. In fact, they almost had a fight the day before. Shannon actually punched Vidali's younger cousin, which was fucking wrong, by the way. That was right then and there. Like, Shannon needs to get shit together. That was fucked. All this, let's go champ, like, calm down. Like, the guy was really up and above himself, like, honestly. But he was getting called irrelevant by everybody, even fucking Jeff Mayweather and shit. Like, it was actually fucking hilarious. But it was good memes and all. It was good. It was like Eddie as well, the actual producer for the actual fight. I forget what his name is. Eddie something. Eddie Hearn. It was all 10-ounce gloves, no headgear, someone's getting knocked out. The whole 6 rounds happened, no one got knocked out. Spoiler. Yeah, I'm saying, like, Eddie talks so much shit, and then in an interview beforehand, Eddie fucking said he didn't even care. You know what's wrong though? I don't know if the interview's still around, because he probably would have got it taken down, but nonetheless, I saw it, and you hear Eddie saying explicitly, neither of these boxers have got any sort of love or care or anything like that for boxing, etc, etc. They're pretty much just in it for the money, and it was such a piss in the people's face. Like, this guy's been hyping this entire event up, and then all of a sudden, nah, fuck them, these guys don't even care about boxing. It was like, wow, that just shows your love and respect for it.
You were bringing up the old KSI went against or Logan
Joella
up against a professional boxer.
Oh yeah.
I mean, it very well could happen now, because I'm not sure if you looked before the fight, because obviously I didn't watch the fight, but I saw these things pop up in my feed. I think it's like Sky News, or not Sky News, but Sky Official Boxing was interviews with like Toby and the Sidemen. It's like, a lot of people moaning about it as well, because it's getting shit on like mainstream. They've kind of fucked it, because what made this thing so amazing, and I think everybody who is on YouTube will agree and stuff, is the first event, Joe Weller versus KSI. You know what I loved about it? It was free to watch. It was simple. It was free to watch. It was two YouTubers, two well-known names, two YouTubers going head to head in a boxing match on YouTube for free to watch. It was great. They had millions of viewers, and that's what made it so successful. But then the second fight, they thought, we could earn some moolah here, we could earn some cash, this could be pretty profitable. So they do the next fight, and that was, of course, pay. I'm pretty sure it was like paid viewer or something like that on YouTube, which fucked up, totally went bankrupt. It was no point in it, but it still earned good money. Streamed on Twitch anyway.
Yeah, it got streamed everywhere. It was fucked. And then of course they done obviously the second one now, and it's even more fucking publicity, and it's even more. Then obviously mainstream media, Sky Sports, fucking video every 5 minutes in your feed about, Ethan Bazinga's going to speak about JJ and how he's going to win the fight. Like, I don't give a fuck. I don't. I just want to see these two fucking fight. The hype was built too much. So when I actually came to editing this video, I forgot that I didn't add any extra sponsorship. So please, guys, go check out beautifulhalo.com. I hate to stop Joseph mid in his tracks when he's trying to explain something and myself. Hope you guys are enjoying the podcast so far, but be sure to go check out beautifulhalo.com. There will be all linked down below in the description. There are sponsors for this podcast, and anybody who buys anything for our referral link helps us out a lot. Continue enjoying the podcast. Hope you're enjoying it so far. Love you, and stay smexy. Oh yeah, undefeated or whatever the fuck it is.
As well, and he was like, he milked
Logan. I've got Snapchat. I don't know how many of you guys do, but I've got Snapchat. I use it not every single day, but whenever I have the time. And Logan, he's on the Snapchat thing, is one of the things like BuzzFeed and whatnot. Logan's there, and Logan's saying it's like, I go to this chamber every day and I get locked in it. It takes the oxygen out of the chamber and it helps my muscles relax. It's like so much fucking bullshit publicity, or so much publicity in a sense. It was just, it's sickening. Like, I'm sorry. And then to see the fight, it was so bad. So I mean, I said we haven't even mentioned the scores. For those of you who don't know, the fight last night really very quickly. What? Sorry.
Spoilers.
Spoilers.
Again, why the fuck would you be watching this?
Why would you be watching this exactly? But like, if anybody doesn't know, obviously, last night, it very well, and I must say this, it was at a point where it very well could have ended on a draw again, which I think, out of the blue, I must say right here, right now, if that ended in a draw last night, there would have been outrage all over the internet. I'm not even joking.
It would have been over.
I heard Kavos, the YouTuber, saying this in his version. Genuinely, the internet would have been fucking imploded. Like, I swear to God, if they had done another draw, it wouldn't have been good for them. It wouldn't have been good for anybody, because nobody would care. I mean, you would care, but it wouldn't be as interesting, because it's like, first, fool me once, shame on you, fool me twice, shame on you, fool me fucking 3 times, fuck me. Like, dude, I don't even know. Like, if shame on me, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm done. But the thing was, it was very close to a draw, obviously, with the whole kind of fight. I think, personally, KSI did take a couple rounds. Honestly, I thought KSI more or less took round 1, 2, and 3. Then round 4 and even 5, I think, Logan Paul kind of pulled back a bit. And then round 6, KSI and Logan kind of went draws. But obviously, at the end of the day, the judges scored it. If you don't know, the actual official scoreboard, the end of the result, obviously, was 56-55 for Logan. So, obviously, that's 56 points for Logan, 55 for JJ, which obviously Logan right away is the winner right there. But there's 2 other votes. Then the other 2 judges ruled obviously in KSI's favour. So one of them was 57-54 obviously. So obviously, of course, that right there, you can see the point difference, 57-54. And then of course the final judge ruled in JJ's favour again, going 56 and 55. So basically what would have happened there was, even if that was the score, which it would have been different, because Logan by rights honestly could have and probably would have won. It could have been a draw or Logan would have won. But for those of you who don't know, Logan lost 2 points during the match because he did what, in my opinion, is a dirty move. It's a shitty maneuver. It isn't a boxing tactic. He hit a man while he was on the way down, and that's what he fucking done. And I'm sorry, I know a lot of fans of Logan say he didn't, but he did.
I call a lot of bullshit on that call right there, because if you think about it, last year we all saw that one cheap shot from JJ.
Yeah, I agree. I knew you were gonna bring it up. I knew you were gonna bring it up. That was right. That was right.
Get any points taken
I know,
away.
I know, and I think definitely you should have for that. I think I agree.
Logan
I think definitely
would have won last year if JJ lost those points, and also Logan didn't get any warning for that one, and he lost 2 points. 2 points.
I know, but it was a cheap move, man. Like, did you? I think honestly, if everybody is watching the fight, like JJ was, and I must say this, Logan, because of the hit in the back of the, I mean, you see, he gets like one, I believe it was a left hook to the face, to the jaw, another one to the right side of his face with the right hook from Logan, and then of course another one on the way down. And it fucked JJ. It sparkled him. JJ tried to say after the fight, it only took me a minute and I had everything recovered. No, you fucking didn't. You're talking shit. That was fucking ego. 5. I honestly see watching that. I genuinely was watching that, and I was worried because I was like, JJ, this it was looking like, honestly, if JJ got one good hit, or if he got hit one good hit by Logan, not even a good hit, a decent hit, JJ would have fucking hit the ground. That was it. His legs were wobbly. Joe Eller, even Ethan was saying it. Ethan didn't want to say it, but he was. Joe was saying it. His legs were wobbly. Shit looked wobbly. It was like jello. You know what I'm saying? Like, KSI got up and you could see he was sparkled. He was dazed. But at the end of the day, everybody's like, a lot of Logan Paul fans and a lot of people in general who were on Logan's side for the fight, even not Logang fans or whatever, but actual general people that were just on his side, are saying like, yo, KSI should have lost, Logan should have won, because KSI got fucking 2 minutes to recover. Like, can we just break that down just for a second, right? Although it is true, it's not a wrong fact, it is truth. KSI did get about a minute and a half, 2 minutes to recover because of the actual referee or whatever. But at the end of the day, KSI wanted to jump right back in the fight right then and there. And this is something I think a lot of people are forgetting. JJ legitimately said, and you hear him saying it, like, no, I'm fine, I'm good. And the guy's like, yo, I ain't got no places to be. I got things to do before the bell. It's fine. So he basically, the actual referee or the ref, fucking forced him to sit there. Yeah.
No, hold on. No, if you rewatch that, I watched closely. If you rewatch that part, the judge asked, are you ready? And JJ said, okay, let's go. And then judge was like, are you sure? And JJ was like, no, I meant I'm not ready. I need to. No.
That's not right, man.
Read the lips, bro. Read his lips.
Read the lips, man. Bro, what the fuck is that shit? Read the lips. Read the subtext.
No, if you rewatch that part, he actually says, no, give me more time. I'm not ready.
I don't believe it.
JJ said that. Yeah,
I don't believe.
Watch that part.
Really, I'm not saying that just because I'm a JJ person, but that feels wrong for JJ. You know what I mean?
No,
yeah, but I mean, dude, it was it was a cheap shot at the end of the day. I mean, whether or not he did say it or not, I'm just saying though, we can all agree. Come on, can we not agree? That was a cheap shot. I mean, like, it got him on the way fucking down. That was a cheap shot. But there's no buts.
And then 2 minutes to relax. It should have been like,
I think
either
the 2 points.
Got 2 minutes to relax.
He got 2 points. I know, but I think that wouldn't have been the same sense, because that's like trading points for that, which isn't the exact same. I think genuinely JJ getting the 2 minutes to relax and 2 points did make sense. I mean, fucking, man, Logan done him good. If Logan had just left it, man, like you said, he would have fucking won. It was a good hit. I must give Logan that. I mean, JJ got some good hits on Logan. I mean, Logan stumbled and did slip. And whether, Shannon Briggs and Logan, see at the end of the fight, that shit was ridiculous. I need to mention that in a minute. But deadass, honestly, like, that was some whole next level shit. That was an actual meme on its own, right? But honestly, when KSI got hit on the way down, or not even, on the way down, that was a cheap shot. I'm sorry. There was no point. Even when we went back to the actual corner, the ref said to him, "Yo, are you good?" And are you good? And JJ's like, "Yeah, I'm alright." You could see he was sparkled. His legs were still a bit wobbly. JJ was holding to the ropes for a minute to get a little bit more stability, get some air into himself, kind of, calm down, get level-headed, all that kind of good shit. I think it was round 4, I believe, maybe round 5. And then obviously he's like, "Yeah, I'm good." And the ref's like, no, stay there. Mate, I've not got places to be. Yeah, I mean, it's fine. I've got things to do beforehand, like basically go tell Logan off or whatever the fuck. So it's fine. Just calm down for a minute. And he done that. But that was on the ref's behalf. That wasn't JJ. JJ wanted to jump in there, which I feel like if JJ had just jumped right in there and the ref had said, "Fuck it, go on in, son, you can, go for it," he would have got done. He would have instantly, I feel like, got sparkled into it. And I hate to say it, folks, I'm a vivid KSI fan, but I'm not going to dick suck. I cannot do that. I'm sorry. The truth is, JJ would have got sparkled if he went back in there right away, which is good why he didn't. So, fucking GG to the ref for that one. You know what I mean? But then we move on. Go. You want to say something about it?
Yeah, I do.
Go ahead.
About the whole 2-point thing and all that. There's this conspiracy theory going around with Jake Paul saying that KSI, and it was all over his Instagram and
God.
KSI's Instagram, that he was at the Staples Center hanging out with the referee.
Oh, fuck off. Come on.
No,
come
is
on.
Actually facts.
Even if he was, man.
I saw the Instagram
come
story,
on.
so I don't know.
Come on.
It's just a theory.
It's not a theory, but it's a game theory.
It's just a theory.
And you're going to believe Jake, man. I'm sorry, Jake is the biggest clout jumper. Jake will do anything. Yeah, I'm saying. Did you see he got married to, who was it? You remember he got married? Tana. He got fucking married. I got married. He didn't even get married. It was bullshit. But nonetheless, he faked it, and everybody knew it was fake. Exactly, but that was for clout. I would not put it past this guy to try and fake this shit for his brother. But even if it is true, like you're saying, and if there's proof, he was there beforehand, it doesn't fucking mean that JJ cheated. That is such a cheap move.
Yeah, I know that. I'm not saying I believe it. I'm just saying
but it's
that
a conspiracy.
But conspiracy theory.
Oh my god, man, it's fucking conspiracies. You know what I'm saying, man? It's been out. The fight has been over. Not even fucking maybe 12, 13 hours, and it's already got conspiracies on it. For fuck's sake. But I mean, at the end of the day, so let's move from there to the end of the fight, obviously. So the end of the fight was the most interesting part because, generally speaking, I must be honest, I felt like Logan was going to win. I mean, KSI got that cheap move on him, and that was shit, but nonetheless, I still felt like, honestly, Logan was going to win. But when it came to the judges, obviously, especially at the beginning, because, the judges had everybody on edge, I feel like. I was watching, and, I was watching, and the judges, right away, 56-55 in favor of Logan Paul, and I was like, oh, fuck, here we go. And then it was the next one, which was obviously, 56-55, and they didn't say in favor of who, and I think they said 57-54, and then 56-55. It was something like that, but then they said, now the new, or now the champion of, the UK, or the champion all the way from the UK. And as soon as they mentioned UK, you saw JJ like jumping up and shit. That was good.
He said the United Kingdom, and when he said United, it was like, fucking United States, let's go. He said Kingdom, I was like, motherfucker.
Yeah, like, for fuck's sake, man, Jesus Christ. Oh my days. I said, I was fucking, I was like, fuck, man, Jesus Christ.
The whole point system, though. When obviously it was quite close, like you said, and the last one was a draw, and a lot of YouTuber fights have been draws before.
It's for clout, but it's also for like the name. Sorry to cut you off. It's also for the name and the ego. I think that's something that people forgot. This fight wasn't just for I bet him in a fight. This was a fucking this was a career. Like, this was, if you win, if you win, you take the W and you go home and you win fans. You know what I'm saying? It's like you win money and fans. At the end of the day, these guys walked home, no matter this fucking scenario, they won and they walked home stacked. These guys walked home with millions in their pockets. Let's be real, right? But at the end of the day, it was a great fight nonetheless, but it was, it wasn't good enough, and I felt like a lot of people got conned to their fucking money at the end of the day. But this is one of those things. I think this is what people keep forgetting. This fight wasn't just for fighting. This fight was also for fucking this fight was also for fucking like a career. Like if you lost, you're now a fucking meme. I mean, all I keep seeing is let's go champ, let's go champ, let's go camp,
Well,
let's go
that's
cramp,
memes on-
let's go map. Yeah, I mean, like that's all I keep saying. The fucking Shannon Briggs shit.
I saw a meme last night before I went to bed. I saw a meme and it was like, let's go champ, and then after the fight, it's all good, champ.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. It's all good, champ. And I remember like I was on like, what was it? Logan Paul wants to change name and like disappear, and it's let's go Frank. Like I was like, oh my god, man. Like I was sitting reading them. I was like, yo, this is fucking gold right here. And like one of them, Logan wants to disappear. Well. Let's go camp. Like oh my god.
We'll see. We'll see.
The guy sitting there with like 4 dead boxes behind him.
Oh my days. Oh fuck, man. But I mean, we go ahead.
It's all good. We'll see once like after in like a few days when the
JJ's already tweeted out
from them.
Yeah, JJ's already tweeted. I hadn't tweeted out already all last night. I mean, just while we're recording this right now, I seen JJ's put out a tweet saying "Let's go champ," and it's got a photo of JJ jumping up. So I mean, JJ's already on the ball, I'm guessing. But I mean, let's before we end this podcast episode, because obviously, guys, we're not going to drag this on for too long. Obviously, we've all got things to do, and at the end of the day, we want to get this out ASAP so you guys can all enjoy it. Obviously, I think we should move to the end of the fight. So the end of the fight was one of the most important parts because I said it was, the moment KSI won, a huge, I guess, amount of relief came over me because I was like, I can sleep easy tonight. Fuck, I'm fine. I'm all right. But it wasn't just that as well. It was the cringe at the end. To be honest, the end was very cringy, and I'm sorry if you're a Logan Paul fan. I think it must have been somewhat felt. At the very end, Logan was trying to. KSI got asked all the questions, and then Logan got asked, what do you think about this and that? And the interviewer asked him. The first fucking question was, what do you think about that move on the way down? And Logan started basically trying to define like how he didn't actually cheat or how he didn't fuck him up on the way down, like he didn't get a slip or anything like that. And the judge was like, no, like like the interviewer was like, no, you definitely hit him on the way down. They played the replay, and Logan's face, man, when they played the replay, Logan's face was just like, fuck, like, oh shit, what do I do here? Like, oh my god, what the fuck? And then it was also like he was trying to say he didn't slip off the actual ring as well. If you guys don't know, I thought he genuinely did slip, but JJ did get a good couple hits in him, which made him fall, and then he did slip a bit. But nonetheless, Logan's like, oh, I didn't slip, and he was being so unhumble. He was like, no, I didn't slip, I didn't do this, and all the fans are booing at this point because it's like, mate, you're talking shit right now. You're being crushed. Accept it, take that L, and walk away with it, mate. The amount of shit talking you done, you gotta walk away with that L now, that big L on your fucking forehead. But then he's trying to explain himself, and then when they're showing them this replay, it was so fucking funny because I'm watching, I was like, oh, like this is painful because like Logan's, he's having to watch the shit in slow motion, and you see Shannon Briggs. This is the part I wanted to mention. You see Shannon Briggs. Shannon's like, no, he missed you there, champ. He missed you there, champ. And then when you see that he actually knocked him off the floor, Shannon, expression. He says jack shit. He goes fucking quiet and oh well. Yeah, sorry, champ. He got you there. I'm saying, like, it was such a one.
That was a knockdown.
It was a knockdown. It was a knockdown. And then I said it was at the very end as well. Something that I was really happy to see because JJ's done it, but it really made me kind of fucking dislike Logan at the end. Was Logan saying, yeah, we could do one more match. Like, yeah, I would be up for one more match. And I was like, dude, no, we can't. No, we're not doing.
I'm sorry.
If he turned around and said, okay, I slipped, and he acknowledged all of his mistakes, and I would have respect for him. That's the thing.
Yeah, exactly. If he used it and being like, yo, man, I slipped, I got fucked, or I got put down, like, yo, it was at points, me and JJ went equal, I would have so much more respect. But it was the fact being he didn't say that, right? He was trying to define and trying to get away with it.
He knew that he went down to JJ, like he like punched JJ when he was going down. Well, he tapped him, but. He understood that. He said that was a cheap shot of him, but him denying him getting knocked down.
Yeah, it was like, man, come on, dude. It was like, come on. But I said it was interesting. I said, but then at the very end of the fight, though, I said that by far one of the most interesting parts for me before we end this and whatnot was the factor of the, will there be a rematch? The interviewer asked Logan. Logan said, yes, I'm game. You heard even Logan fans and KSI fans, but it's even Logan fans must be like, no. Everybody's booing and shit like that. And you could see Logan, like, there was actual like nervousness seriousness on his face. Like Logan was like, exactly, that's it. It was all just money. And then you saw JJ the last time, and I was so fucking thankful. JJ's like, nah, man, it's over. It's done. Like, fucking leave it. No, it's done. We're not doing another rematch. No. And Logan, you know what I mean? It was the way he said it as well. Logan's sweating. He looks like he's nervous. He looks embarrassed. I mean, obviously he would be. He's like, yeah, these are the best years of my life. Like, yeah, I'd be game for another one. And then just everybody's booing, and then just JJ's like, nah, fam, you're fucked. You're not doing this again with me. We fucking ended it here. You got done. That's it. You know what I'm saying? And like, respect him for that. But before we end this podcast, we need to come to the final conclusion. Who do we honestly think won? I mean, out of the three of us right here, right now, can we all agree on something? Who do we think won? Logan. Fairly. You think Logan? What about you, Joseph?
Logan.
All right. What about you, Joseph? It's difficult, but
biased because I want to say KSI because I've not seen the fight, but from what I've heard now, I feel like he still did win. KSI
he did, man. He went in there hard, man. In my opinion, but
the thing is, I feel like it would have been so much more even for me to decide if Logan was such a cunt at the end.
I think that's a fair point. Yeah.
I can't give it to him. If Logan turned around and went, yo, yeah, you fucked me over, it was fun and it's been a great
you have to be like, yeah, that was it was
together, you know,
it'd be a different story. Yeah, exactly.
But he didn't, so JJ.
All right, JJ. Well, I think obviously it's kind of obvious what I got to say. I'm going to say JJ. I mean, I feel like Logan had the win in his hands, but that cheap shot and shit, that was no good. Listen, and I agree with Brad. I didn't like the cheap shot from JJ. You know, when the bell went in the first game, not the second one. Obviously, I'm talking about like last year, and the first obviously match between them both. I didn't like that. I disrespect to KSI for that because that was cheap and shit. But JJ learned from his mistakes. He didn't do it this time. But Logan's still getting a cheap shot on him. Like that was a cheap shot, and I think it was shitty. I think Logan, you know, definitely didn't win though. I think KSI won, and I mean the judges obviously thought that. Whether or not everybody's going to agree on this, I totally understand. We're not all going to agree. I think we can all respect though. It was entertaining to a degree, but it could have been better. And I think honestly, they didn't deliver on what we all hoped they had delivered on. You know what I mean? Which is a bit of a shame, but nonetheless, I think it was still an interesting fight to watch. I'm happy JJ won. Obviously, I was always team KSI. You know, at the end of the day, they both shook hands. You know, KSI and Logan Paul. They shook hands. At the end of the day, the match ended, and yeah, I mean, it ended on equal grounds. But I said I'm just excited to see where JJ goes next, and I think it was an interesting match. It was quite interesting that degree. So, any final words from you guys on it? I mean,
I really just hope JJ's victory doesn't go to his
head. Yeah,
it is.
Yeah,
it is.
I feel like we already know it's gonna. Yeah,
I hope it doesn't.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I feel like we already know what's gonna, but nonetheless, I mean, I'm still hopeful that it won't. But anyway, oh god.
Last one. Yeah, sorry, just one last thing. This is after his last fight when he was labelled the champ and that. He made a video going on Tinder called The Champ and
I remember all that. That shit was cringy.
Well.
Yeah, and I hope not, because I think his fans will be like, yo, dude, like, you almost took that L. Don't fucking try and like act like you're a big man. Like, you won. Yeah. Good to you, man. We support you and all, but don't get that shit going to your head. Like, you just about lost, you know what I'm saying? So calm yourself.
Yeah.
But yeah, I said, anyway, folks, thank you so much for listening to our podcast. This is the end of episode 3, of course. Obviously, if you guys haven't already, be sure to go check out Septic Spud's channel, obviously, or Bradley's. You know, it'll be obviously at the end of the video, whatnot, in the description. And of course, go check out my boy Curious Hippo or Joseph, and of course mine. I'm your host, Catman Joe. And yeah, guys, I hope you really did enjoy today's episode. I want to hear your opinions down below. I think we all do. Let us know who you guys thought honestly won. Personally, I said I'm still sticking to KSI. I'm team KSI. You know, I think obviously Brad's still team Logan. You know, obviously, of course, with Joseph being a middleman, he's obviously going to agree, of course, with, you know, who he thinks is right. He thinks obviously JJ won fairly, which I appreciate, and I think it's cool as fuck. So yeah, I said it was a great match and all that, so it was interesting to speak about, and I hope you guys enjoyed episode 3 of the Forgotten Podcast, guys. Thank you so much for watching. If you're new, be sure to subscribe and of course drop a like. And yeah, folks, on that, thank you guys for watching tonight's podcast, or today's podcast, and we'll see you guys on the next one. Have a wonderful day, and yeah, guys, see you later.
Laters.
I'm not gonna lie, KSI fucked him up.
Nah, no.
Yeah,
I'm sorry, but no. No, I'm sorry, but no.